Well, all right. Welcome to the final episode of Box 6 of our 45 RPM vinyl records collection. We've made it through the novelty songs and the soundtrack songs and theme songs, and we're going to wrap it up pretty much just pop the rest of this box. We've got John Denver doing Shanghai Breezes with the B-side of What One Man Can Do. And up next, see Columbia there. We got a nice $9.69, but 25 cents at Goodwill. Bonnie Tyler doing Total Eclipse of the Heart. And the B-side on that one was Straight from the Heart. Straight from... No, that's not the same song. I was thinking Bryan Adams there. All right. Next up, we got Kim Carnes doing Betty Davis Eyes. And the B-side of that has Miss You Tonight. And next up, well, looks like I had another Miss You Tonight and Betty Davis Eyes back to back there in that box. And that sleeve doesn't match what we got here. We've got an A&M. The Carpenters, All You Get From Love Is a Love Song. And the B-side of that being I Have You. Normally when I get some Carpenters, I get 3 or 4 of them in a row. But this time, just the one and done. For now. Nice little butterfly. And it matches. And it's Blondie doing Dreaming. I did like Blondie. I thought the first few albums were really darn good. Didn't continue to follow her career, but I did like I said, the first 2 or 3 albums at least. And the B-side of that being Living in the Real World. Next up, we've got a guy who I recently got some appreciation for. Jimmy Buffett, Margaritaville. 1977 when that originally came out. I don't have to sing that one to you. I think everybody knows Where You're Wasting Away. And, the B-side, well, it says A-side edited stereo version of Margaritaville. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So, what did that other side say? The exact same thing. So, it looks like it's just a double A, unless they did a labeling error at the plant, and that has been known to happen. So A and B sides the same on that one. And the next one I've got from 1976, which would have been the year before actually, The Captain and the Kid. And the B side to that one was Cliches. And we've got another Jimmy Buffett here, going back even farther. 1974, A Pirate Looks at 40. It's marked the A side, and this one isn't marked anything, so Presents to Send You must have been the B side. I would have to assume. Alright, next up we've got an Elton John one that I've never heard of. I'm not familiar at all with this song. It's from 1984, which we recently had that Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word was from 84 as well, but Tactics. Nope. Don't sound familiar to me. That is noted as the A-side, with In Neon being the B-side, and I'm not familiar with that song either. So, 2 Elton Johns there that I do not know. Now, here's a really great song that everybody knows. Wake Up, Little Susie by the Everly Brothers. It's a Creedence Gold Record series, clearly a reissue copy. And the B-side of that is another good song of theirs. Bye bye love, goodbye happiness. And next up, we've got the Righteous Brothers instead of the Everly Brothers doing Unchained Melody, which I'm sure you know that one. That's a really, really well-known song, been in lots of movies. That's noted as the B-side, though. I got this one flipped. Because it doesn't really matter. You've got That Loving Feeling being the A side. Yeah, that might have been a little bit more popular song for him. I don't know. But it's a collectible reissue, back-to-back 2 A-side songs. That one's noted as being originally 1966, and the other one was also 66 for Unchained Melody. So now, oh, this is a good one. Scepter Records. Interesting different sleeve there. And it is matching the 45, Scepter Wand Forever. And the Shirelles doing Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow. And the B-side being Lost Love. I don't know that one, but I do know the other side. And here's one I really like. I like this song. This is a cool song. It's a fun song. Duke of Earl, kind of almost bubblegum. Gene Chandler, Duke. And this is a Gold Treasures version, so this is a reissue. The B-side being a song called Rainbow that I'm not familiar with, but I definitely do know Duke of Earl. Who doesn't, right? And then here's a reissue of a Buddy Holly and the Crickets, which that'll be the day when you die. Originally released as a different number, but didn't give us a year. I thought it was going to tell us the year there, but it didn't, so they kind of fooled me. Got me started. I couldn't finish it. Buddy Holly and the Crickets on the B-side doing I'm Looking for Someone to Love, which is not a Buddy Holly song that I'm really familiar with. Perhaps if I heard it, but everybody knows That'll Be the Day. That was definitely one of his big songs. And here's one, too. I wouldn't know the band, the Jarmels, but I do know the song A Little Bit of Soap Will Wash Away the Tears. I believe we had a copy of this in box 1 or 2 of the collection. But I'm not sure if it was a different label. This label doesn't seem familiar to me. And the B-side of Baby Let's Wait by the Royals Guardsmen. It's a completely different band, so it's another double gold reissued version with 2 songs by 2 different bands. Great for jukeboxes. Really great to have those kind of releases to load up your jukebox with as many hits as you can squeeze in there. And then here we've got another example of why I don't remove price tags, because somebody did, and look what it did. But 1973, David Essex doing Rock On. It's a good song. It's a little earlier than I would have thought. If I'd had to guess, I would have said later 70s. But B-side of that being On and On. So you're just going to keep rocking on. All right. Now, we've come across some ABBAs before, and like I said, I didn't hate ABBA. I thought they had a good string of a lot of good songs that were borderline disco, definitely 70s dance music, not really rock. Some of it could be called pop, but SOS, this is a good song. I like this song. I remember this song, 1975. It's going quite a ways back for me. And the B-side of that being one that I don't recognize, Man in the Middle. But we are hitting some disco now with Casey and the Sunshine Band doing I'm Your Boogeyman. He's your boogeyman. And that's also another one. Usually when you hit Casey and the Sunshine Band, there's 2 or 3, sometimes 4. And Wrap Your Arms Around Me, I remember that song too. So I remember both of these songs quite well. 1977, you're hitting right there at the start of the disco, getting really hot. And Casey and the Sunshine Band was riding that wave for all it was worth. Next up, we've got James Brown doing I Got You, I Feel Good. Na-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, this has definitely been covered before in one of the earlier boxes, but not this edition of it, because got James Brown and the Famous Flames, and I know the label looked different on the other copy, and I don't remember the song Cold Sweat being on the B side of that. So even though I think it is a repeat for us, it is a different label, it's a different edition, and therefore worthy of showing you. Just like this one, Love Potion number 9 by the Clovers. I may have copied this more than once, but it says it's got chart position number 23. I don't remember noticing that on the previous ones I've shown, because I do think I've shown this one. But when in doubt, I'm going to go ahead and show it. Well, so much for that price tag being stuck on there. When in doubt, I'm going to go ahead and show it. I'm trying to pull a lot of the duplicates out. I also don't remember the song Stay a While being on the B side, so this could very well be a different edition. You got 3, 4, 5 different versions of some of these 45s when you come across them. But I have been trying to pull out a lot of the duplicates that I remember clearly well being duplicates for us, because I don't want to just keep rehashing the same thing over and over, especially if it's the exact same label. Here we got Cliff Richard doing We Don't Talk Anymore. And the B-side of that was Count Me Out. So I knew we were flying through these pretty quick. I wanted to make sure I finished this box up in this episode, and we are going to. And he's not one of my favorite artists, Bruce Springsteen, the E Street Band. I don't know how he ever got the nickname The Boss, but I try not to be negative in these videos. But I do want to show some 45s that I know other people would appreciate seeing, even if I don't care for them. But Merry Christmas Baby, it's Christmas themed. It's Bruce, and like I said, I'm not a fan of his. And the B-side is being War, which I'm not sure if that's the same, song, What Is It Good For? Maybe him doing a remake of it. I just don't know. But it's live, so it's quite possible that that is the same song, and he was doing it live as a cover. And then we've got Dancing in the Dark here, which was a decent song of his. I did like some of his songs somewhat, kind of like Rod Stewart. Don't really like the artist, but they've got some great songs. Dancing in the Dark's not a bad song, but I definitely like Pink Cadillac better. And I've got quite a few copies of Pink Cadillac, and they all always have the same B-side. In this particular case, I believe it was listed as the B-side. So there you go. And wrapping it up with the last one here, it's still kind of, sort of Bruce, but thankfully we don't have to hear him singing it. Pointer Sisters doing Fire, which was a song he wrote. He wrote a lot of songs for a lot of artists. Blinded by the Light being Manfred Mann, being one of the more familiar ones that I actually enjoyed a lot and I know well. And the B-side of this is Love Is Like a Rolling Stone. And I don't know that song. So there you go. That wraps up box 6 for us. And we'll be back another day with plenty more 45s to show you. Have a great day.